Okay, and just an FYI, the young lady pictured behind the panelists is Mario Liu. She's in Cleveland, and she's also a former Hampton student. She's been out about 3 years, and I think they joke and they call her Miss A Block at that station. She gets lead stories or high priority stories on a daily basis. And just a few years, she was sitting right up here where you're sitting now, and obviously that's a Scripps station. And I believe at, it might be the West Palm Beach station, one of your colleagues was just out either last year or year before last, Brandis Hudson, is also I guess, I don't know if they're called online journalists, but she shows up online, sometimes on the air too, as well. But she's only been out a short period of time, and you'll hear a little bit more about some opportunities to get to do that because Scripps is starting up this apprenticeship program, and you would be eligible for that. So, panelists, if you were a college student right now, knowing what you know, having the benefit of knowing what you know, tell me exactly what you would be doing right now to prepare yourself for a career in Scripps or the industry as a whole.
Different depending on where I was in terms of class rank. You know, so if I was a freshman, or a sophomore.
Can you hear okay? Okay.
Yeah. If I was a freshman or a sophomore, I'd be doing these things. I would make sure that I'm getting as much experience as I could get on on-campus media. It's the first and best opportunity, and I'm continually astonished at when I interview students about, will come to me and all I want to see is what you have done, but haven't taken advantage of the on-campus media, and so that is that's really first and foremost. The second again in the freshman and sophomore year is to try to get some kind of internship at most television internships don't pay. I did television internships when I was in school, radio internships when I was in school, didn't make a dime. I wasn't hanging out with newspaper people then, and I realized that was a mistake because most newspapers will pay interns. But realizing the financial challenges that are out there, don't hesitate to seek those internships, and don't be afraid of going to a smaller station, a smaller newspaper, a smaller market. Big reason for that is you will get to do everything. As you step up in market size, sometimes people, there tend to be some more restrictions, but the smaller your market, the greater your chances of having an opportunity to show what you can do. In the junior and senior years, begin to manage your online identity. There's a professional site, social networking site known as LinkedIn. It's a good idea in that junior year to begin working on that profile, and also checking out your Facebook page and trying to say, check out those privacy settings and begin to lock some of those privacy settings down. Because people, you would be surprised at how many employers in this day and age are checking out Facebook and MySpace for interns and so forth.
How many of you have the party pictures on your Facebook page? Having a good time party? Nobody's gonna raise their hands. I know you got party pictures on your page, okay?
But the other aspect is take advantage of events such as this and every opportunity that you have to begin to build your network. In this day and age, once upon a time they used to say it's not what you know, it's who you know. Here, in this day and age, it is what you know and it is who you know. In that, if you're able to make personal connections with professionals and maintain contact over time, that begins to put in a foundation for you to find a job in a marketplace that is going to be fairly difficult to penetrate for the next couple of years. And so take advantage of events such as this. Take advantage of opportunities. A technique I used to use when I would travel is I would call up somebody at a media outlet in a town that I was in and say, you know, I'd really like to come in and meet you and talk to you about what it would take to get a job with you someday. I'm not looking for a job, and I don't want to talk to you about a job. I would just like 15 minutes of your time to pick your brain. And, you know, those are just simple ways to make, very simple ways to make connections, but you're going to have to work on that. Nick has talked about publishing and making sure that, again, with your identity as a journalist, your identity as a purveyor of content, for lack of a better description, you know, what you do with your personal blog, what you do on video sharing sites such as YouTube, you can build your own brand to the point where people will come to look for you. But you've got to make a concerted effort to do that. And then there's the standard, interviewing and so forth that you could find in the placement office. But again, these are just things that you can do to create your own way as a media entrepreneur.
Nick, David Lee, you want to add anything to that?
I think you're going to hear a lot of the same stuff from the three of us, specifically because of the digital nature of our jobs, and I think you can't emphasize the personal branding element enough. When we talk about publishing, that doesn't just mean the fact that I'm putting information somewhere online, Facebook or Twitter. It also means the legal ramifications of what you do publish. Are you libeling? Is there slander involved? Are your facts true? Are they not true? Those things can come into play. There haven't been any landmark cases yet, but those are publishing platforms, and they're regarded in the same light as a newspaper or a television website. If I could give you two things you could be doing right now before you graduate. Number one, be an early adopter. I talked about the change of pace of technology emerging. The earlier you get onto something, the sooner you know whether or not it's going to work or it's not. And you'll have a chance. One of the things I tell students that come and visit my television station is that learning new systems is the best way to learn new systems. When you learn more and more systems, operating systems, user interfaces, that helps you the next time another one comes around, and it makes it easier for you to learn. And then when it comes to that digital presence, it's very important that you also not only demonstrate your skills, you can shoot, you can do all this stuff, but it's important to demonstrate knowledge about the industry you're in. Do you read the trades? Do you understand the technologies? Do you understand the trends and the patterns? Because too often I hear from folks, or I see people I interview are completely oblivious to a lot of these things. And the times are changing, and that's going to be a constant from now on. And the print and the TV industry have been pretty static for 50 plus years. And they actually print like almost 100. The internet's the biggest thing that happened to both of them. And when I got to the TV station, things were done, I got there 3 years ago, things were done in ways that as a consumer and a viewer, I expected them to be so much more advanced than they really were. And it was really mind-blowing. So keep that in mind. Cutting edge isn't just, something for those that invent new procedures and processes. It's something that's all about how much you learn and how much you take in.